that this price pressure is really coming from the traders. What do you think of that?
I think that's highly likely. I've had a number of oil traders at top banks and hedge funds contact me over the last few weeks. The terms that they're using are, and this is kind of a geeky term, Chris, they say price discovery is broken, meaning discovering the true price of oil has been ruined by the erosion of all the rules and regulations over the past 20 years of this market. It has gotten it right off the rails. And if we don't have a discussion about this, we can expect a lot more of these high prices.
All right, let's have the discussion here, right? Because people who watch The Real Deal, they're very savvy, they're very concerned, and they feel that everything around them is spin. So here's the supposition. Why is oil allowed to be traded like some stock or some kind of bond when it is so vital? And now we're seeing the negative implications of allowing this decision, is that now they're boosting our gas prices irregardless of what the suppliers say. Why is it allowed?
The reason this all began is because taking on an oil drilling project takes many, many years, and it has almost bankrupted oil companies many times. So risk management and the need to manage risk and lock in prices is real, and that's where speculators come in. They take that risk away from the driller, and they take on the risk, and that is a service. The problem now is there's just way more speculators than there are people who are actually doing hands-on activity with the oil itself. So a lot of the traders have no intention of ever taking a barrel of oil. And they're just in it for the casino aspect, right?
The casino
and if you have
aspect.
too many people, yes, if you have too many people who are there for the casino and not for actual risk management, this is what you start to see. And this is something that was understood during the Great Depression in the years following. That's why many rules were put into place. Those rules were eroded beginning with the Reagan years, and they continue to be eroded to this day, even with the Financial Reform Act.
What was the pressure to erode them? Who was putting money in pockets? Why did it happen?
The first big erosion was in 1991. Goldman Sachs asked for a huge kind of get-out-of-jail free card. It was called an exemption. And once they got it, everyone wanted one. And then they started getting crop dusted across Wall Street. It allowed traders to take large positions in the oil market without any intention of taking supply of oil or other commodities.
Now let me ask you something.
And
the traders
went
will say,
on from there.
Let me get in there for a second, Leah. The traders will say this. Well, this is no different than wheat or corn or any other commodity. Yes, they're tied to food and people need food, but we allow it there. This is the same thing. Fair analysis?
No, it's not fair. The agricultural markets have had a huge amount of protection from the farm lobby. Farmers have been very savvy to the fact that speculation can wreck price discovery, meaning the real price of a product versus the speculators getting involved too much. And as a result, in this country, we have rules for agricultural products on the trading of them that do not apply to energy. I want to say that again. They do not apply to energy. They do apply to farm products.
So with what we need the most, gas and oil, forget about our personal habits and using less. Right now, what we need the most has the least regulation and allows speculators to be the most wild in this market.
Yes, and we wonder why that is. I say, don't think it's not on purpose.
Why do you think it is? What is the intentionality? Is it because the lobby is so strong to allow the trading? Why is it happening?
Well, Wall Street and Wall Street in particular has loved this market from the start, and because it's been considered a backwater market for a long time. Oil traders were considered sort of a rare animal, and now there's a ton of them, so they're not anymore. But yes, it was protected very much by Wall Street. Rules were eroded, and the same rules that eroded energy were the ones that led to the financial crisis, the erosion of rules on financial trading.
Boy, in a time
where we saw credit default swaps.
In a time when everybody's talking about political will, what better to address than this, and yet everyone is silent on it. Leah, thank you very much for coming on and demystifying and informing us. I'm holding up the book again. You can't see me, but I promise I'm doing it. The Asylum, it's a good read if you're wondering about gas prices, because there's a story in here you have not heard. Leah, thank you very much. That was very good. We're going to take a break here. When we come back on The Real Deal, we heard from Leah about why things are the way they are. We're going to talk